Wow, what in the actual world happened today? Man, another crazy trading session. When will this end? So if you haven't watched the market today, especially when it comes to AMC, at some point the stock was up 10%. But for some reason, we managed to close in the red, and after hours we're down 1%. So what the heck happened? Let's dive into the main market driver we had today, the Fed. Yeah, because everything that happened today has to do with Jerome Powell speaking today, and you can see right off the bat, boom, we had a minor jump and then went on the red zone. And then from that point forward, boom, everything went up. At some point it was even up more than 11%. Yes, $18.16 was the highest of today. And then suddenly, boom, gradually everything just started cratering. And at some point, we lost pretty much all the 12% we've seen so far today. If you look at GameStop, it's even worse because GameStop at some point was up 20%, almost 20%. And then, boom, managed to close around just 3% on the day. But what is really interesting is when you look at also the market behavior, it is literally the same. All right, literally the same. Everything was up more than 2% from the Dow Jones to the S&P 500 to the Nasdaq to the Russell 2000, which AMC is heavily, weighted into. And then boom, went on the green, losing again up to 1% at some point in the last few minutes of the session. So what is behind this whole thing? What is behind this whole did the market lost its mind kind of think? First off, all of these buying and selling, all of the activities within the market, whether you want to believe it or no, even with AMC stock, has to do with the fact that algorithm, machines, computers are buying and selling. Computers are really in control of the activities and the volume in the stock market. So as soon as Mr. Powell started speaking, he said that we're not going to increase interest rates as of now, but we have a lot of room to play with interest rates in order to fight inflation, which by the time it's believed to be around 7%, and we're going to bring it down to 2%. But we're going to do that in a way that it is not going to hurt the labor market. And that's what triggered this whole thing. All three indexes were green throughout the session, but briefly jumped higher after they said that, hey, we're keeping interest rates at near zero now, actually 0.25%, which is kind of zero. And then once he started saying, but in order to fight inflation, we will actually increase those rates when it comes to the right time. Did it say exactly when? No, nobody knows. And that's how people started to, the computers, not people, computers started to sell off again and dragging everything down, including AMC with it. Now, when he started answering some questions, some of the losses were part today, in a few minutes prior to the market closing, but it's literally around, hey, here's what happens when you let algorithm in control of the stock market activity. But the good news is today we also have a major market mover, which will not have a major impact now, but definitely changes the whole course of what is going to happen with the squeeze that I believe it's now in download mode. And it has to do with the SEC completely changing the whole game on how hedge funds now need to operate, how dark pools, ATS, alternative trading system, needs also to operate. And I'm going to dive into that later on to the videos coming later. But if you want to see exactly what happened into the SEC transparency meeting this morning, please watch the video I posted earlier today. I'll see you in the next one.